Love all of you for all of these things. But we should get started so that we can get done.
Before we start, I will share one fun fact in case it's applicable at any point in your lives. The hardest piece of furniture to fight is an ottoman because they are solid. You got to flip them over like turtles.
These are true facts.
Yeah.
100%.
Also, their empire lasted for like 1,000 years. So.
That's true.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You have fallen far.
Welcome to Urantis.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Deep Magic. It's great to see everybody. As you can see today, we have a couple of people missing. We love them dearly. We'll see them next week. So say hello to Rhea and Michelle for us if you see them online. Send them your love and hugs and kisses and tell them how much you miss them. Anyway, I, as always, am your storyteller, Spectre, and we're going to go around and let everybody here introduce themselves, starting with MJ and John.
Hi, I'm MJ Bradley Lestrange. This is my husband.
John Lestrange.
I am a podcaster and a writer, and you can catch me on certainpov.com. I have 3-4-ish podcasts over there that you can listen to.
I am a podcaster and TikToker. You can find
my TikTok famous.
Apparently, you can find my podcast on Spotify. It's called Genistory. We agreed to do this, and you can find me on TikTok as the History Wizard, where I shout about history stuff.
Very effectively, too. It's a great channel.
Thank you very much.
Also, Hank Green, answer him. Answer him, Hank Green.
Please, how do cats work?
Come on, nerd fighters, let's go. I'm calling y'all out.
Velvet.
Our greetings. Thank you all so much for joining us for another episode of Deep Magic. I'm Velvet Faye Fair. I'll be playing Lakoka, she, her. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the interwebs as OG Brown Sugar, as well as the Stories of a Broken Sun and Flight Risk podcasts.
Awesome. And Judy.
Hi, I'm Ginny Von Esch. You can find me on the internet as Ginny Von Esch. I was never really original. You can find me on TikTok. I'm actually doing that now as a pixie, ironically enough, as Boblin. I also stream on Twitch, and I also am a storyteller over on the RPG table.
And with that, we left our motley having long discussions with Ciri, the general of the Autumn Rebels. Not a lot was determined there, except that something was going to need to be done about the fact that there was an army on the border and Uwu Baby Angel Sword has a new mom.
I hate it.
And it's going to start learning how to crochet to make little cozy thingies for Gray now.
And actually has forgotten about the sword being a baby.
Do, 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 do.
I am now the only one who knows that detail.
I know. I'm missing that out because it will totally be for you now.
Fortunately, Anne is the only person who can talk to Uwu Baby Angel Sword in this group right now, so she currently it's not a thing you have to talk to, Gray. However, you return back to your cottage in the mortal realm, and it has gotten late now. A lot of things were discussed. The time bubble was a thing. It went on for some time. It was like the rest of time after you used that time bubble sort of sped up to make things match up again. So more time has passed than you really think should have, despite the time bubble. It is dark. You return back to the cabin. Iris rushes upstairs to do something nebulous. She seems very upset. She shuts her door behind her, and there is the sound of faint crying, but it eventually peters off, and the lights go out in there. Anil is mildly fascinated by the sword, but I don't know if Gray allows Anil to study it at all.
If Anil had expressed interest in studying the sword, then Gray would have been like, yeah, look at this and tell me what you see.
However, it's been a long day, and mostly Anil just goes back to bed, which leaves the rest of you prepping for bed. It's a little calm. Cadence has been given alternate lodgings right now. There are groups of all the various kiths here, so she has gone with the rest of the Piskies. For the time being, you can always go find her, but she's not currently in your cabin with you. So, Does anyone have anything they want to do at this point before they go to bed?
I do.
Gray, what do you want to do?
I want to knock on Annunciata's door.
Annunciata, I think you have a room on the in the main floor type area. There's usually one like that. You probably got the master bedroom just because it's most easily accessible and you don't have to climb into things.
Who put the damn thing here?
Yeah, exactly.
The door probably would not have been closed because she doesn't really actually close the door. It's just she leaves it open or closes it just enough so that she can dress by herself. But it's easy to have people just open it and come in because she really can't answer people because of whispering.
Well, I feel like it is quiet enough that if you did a whisper response, Gray would still hear it. But still checking to make sure that it's okay that Gray can come in and talk to you for a little bit.
She'll find her way to the door and kind of just slowly open and go, hello?
Hey, do you have time to talk before bed? You're not wearing a watch, sweetie.
The wristwatch says sure.
So Gray probably is still like holding on to the sword because like, what do I do?
You're tense. What's the matter?
Okay, so
Do you want to sit down?
I probably should. Yeah. Okay. So Gray sits down and has the broadsword on their knees and says to Annunciata, I'm trying to think of the right word during one of the time bubbles. There we go.
Okay.
You read an omen on the broadsword, and we didn't write it down because we didn't want anyone else to know just yet. And the omen you read was that this sword opens a portal into Arcadia.
Interesting.
God, I wish I could be as calm as you.
Take a deep breath. Let it out. If you have to scream into the pillow, do so.
Gray definitely takes advantage of that and just buries their face in a pillow and screams.
I will say there are probably a lot of pillows and fabric in this room, largely to insulate sound, so Annunciata is not always constantly bombarded with the noise of existence.
Okay. Take a deep breath. Relax. Find your center. The reason why I'm so stoic is I've seen way too many people freak out about so many different things that we have absolutely no control over. Why waste your energy on things we can't control and redirect that energy to what we can control?
Because I have anxiety, Annunciata.
You don't think I don't?
No, I think you do. You're just very good at controlling it.
I'm very good at controlling my emotions because it doesn't matter to me. I look at it from the standpoint of I like how you are also vivacious, loud, and sometimes a little off the handle. It's kind of funny, but it's also the energy in which you draw your strength from needs to be focused. And sometimes you guys all go, from what I heard, that one doctor, it wasn't Dave Tennant, it was Matt Smith, and he was all kind of crazy. Well, if we kind of crazy, we're all over here, and we're not focusing on the kind of crazy, we have to be over here. So I'm just trying to gently direct us back to whoa, crazy over here, instead of whoa, crazy up here. Does this make sense?
This is why I come to you with all the hard questions.
Anytime. I mean, I could do the whole Dr. 10 thing, but then you'd have to help me find some high tops. I vibe with the high tops.
There's something else that nobody else knows.
Besides, I'm supposed to have my last life?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was interesting. The reaction was not quite in what I expected.
Well, it's upsetting to hear. And everybody's just concerned because they love
Why?
you.
Why is everyone concerned?
Because
and
they love you.
upset? How?
That's it. Like, that's the answer. I can't explain it better than that. They love you. So the idea that you might eventually not be coming back is upsetting.
You do realize I don't understand.
I don't
My
know.
parents didn't love me. My brother.
Well, they suck.
I understand, but again, at the same time, I'm quite foreign to this understanding. So when you guys all start to weep and wallow and cry and moan, it's like it's an inevitability. Humans die.
Yeah, but most of us come back.
I have come back. It's just
I know. I know that you have made your peace with it. Everybody else has to make their peace with it, and they're not there yet. That's the problem.
Anne's
You had a
gonna,
head start.
Anne's gonna reach out and try and somehow find Gray's hand.
Gray would give you hands.
Where is that hand bucket? I'm gonna tell you something I learned. It's a curse to me, but it benefit you and others. I know too much. I've always known too much. That's why this is my last life.
That sounds like bullshit. I'm sorry.
It sounds like bullshit, I understand, from coming from other people. But this is a truth that was given to me. I have no other recourse. Why fight something that's an inevitability? God, I sound like Thanos. I did
Wow.
hear that movie.
Well, all it really means is that we have to make this a pretty fucking good life for you if it's going to be the last one.
Well, it's starting off kind of cattywampus right now.
We're working on it.
When moving from place to place, palace to palace, and queen to queen, yeah, this is not the kind of life I had thought of.
We're working on it. But I have something else that I really need to tell you. And okay. So remember when we were at Elena's? Is that her name? Or Eleni? Elena.
Yeah.
Remember when we were at Elena's? Remember when we were in the dreaming?
I actually saw it for the first time.
Right.
Do you have really water for hair?
My hair is blue, so close enough.
Does it like wishy and kind of just drip all the time?
No. Sorry, I was reading something. No. It's just hair, and then Gray will put Anne's hands on their hair so they could feel it.
Especially right now, it is very much just hair. There is a component of Selkies that have a tendency to be continuously wet when in the dreaming, but you're in the mortal world right now.
Yeah.
Because your
just
hair
hair.
was like a wet, wavy kind of thing that was flowing behind you. And I thought that there was going to be like seals attached to the back of your hair going, look at, we're making waves.
Well, part of being a Selkie is in the dreaming, I am kind of like always in a state of just stepping out of the ocean. So that could be what you were seeing.
Because you had like all this, you look like somebody half drowning, half alive, with seals in the back, making things go up and down and kind of like, woo. And I'm just like, ooh,
It's just my general mood most of the time.
this explains so much. You have no idea.
But do you remember when? Wait, question for the storyteller: would Annuncia of Kata have seen what Anil and I saw in the Remembrance? Because we went after. Okay, so when Anil and I went after you in the dreaming,
Mhm.
we actually saw something of the past. We saw that we actually knew each other in a previous life.
Oh, that's sweet. Are we shipping you two? That's a word, right?
It's so complicated right now.
Life is not complicated unless you make it complicated.
So basically, we don't know if we were together then. We saw ourselves having a disagreement and we went separate ways. And something about seeing that kind of put the brakes on us. And I think it's probably for the best.
So it's almost a ship kind of holding back for a moment, but then shipping. I feel like we're UPS now.
Yeah, let's just not talk about any possible relationships. Let's just not
Oh.
talk about that.
I wasn't talking. Okay. Is that what they mean by people saying?
Yes.
I'm just saying shipping as you guys are becoming good best friends and you're going to ship off and be best friends together.
No, shipping usually refers to like romance.
Oh,
Donut banana.
See, I don't really think of any of that because it's irrelevant.
Right? Of course it is.
I just think of people's being friends or best friends, and you ship off best friends together because then they live a life of happiness and all of that.
Well, we're hopefully staying friends. I hope.
Whatever you
But
do in your past life isn't what's going in your current life.
I know, and that is how I feel. But there is this element of like, I don't want to do what fate tells me to do from Anil's side, and
Anil's
just-
young. Anil is young, sweet, and I've learned a lot of profanity from them. However, at the same point,
yeah.
if you ignore fate, did you ever read the Witcher books? I know it just came out on something or another, some streaming thingy. Not like I can actually see them, but I've read the short stories. And here's the thing: is that if you ignore fate, fate will find its way to you and either damn you or help you.
And
My case, I'm damned.
speaking of fate, the night is progressing as you have this conversation. It's
Still have not been able to tell you got it the other thing.
It's okay. I'm just
Starwipe. I told Annunciata the other thing.
What was the other thing out of curiosity? Because I don't remember.
It was that Anil made the sword.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to.
Sorry, Starbucks.
It's all good. We run this conversation to its end. I'm guessing you both retreat to your various rooms and go to sleep.
I'm in my room, so yeah, I just go.
Okay. During the night, Gray, you start having a dream. It starts off pretty normal. It's a dream of living in the water, which is pretty standard Selkie stuff. It's populated with all the things that you enjoy, little fragments of music, little faces of your band, just things that flow in the waters of your life. As the dream progresses, you start hearing the chords of that song you heard in the dreaming before. And it's just out of earshot, not like you can hear it, but you're not close enough to understand it. And you keep thinking that if you just get a little bit closer and a little bit closer and a little bit closer, you'll hear what it's saying and you'll understand it. And as you try to get closer to it, it's like something you've heard before, something that's part of your life, has been part of your life, and you've just forgotten it. And if you could just touch it, you'd understand what it meant. And you follow it. Lakota, roll me a wits and something. I always want to say awareness,
cool.
but that's not what it is. It's
Alertness.
alertness.
Oh, cool. I am good at those things.
I would tell Anne to do this, but it's unlikely you'd see it.
It's not my thing. Don't
Right.
know why.
Base difficulty, Lakota.
6 successes.
You definitely notice this. People, you may not be part of the interesting conversations about people's past lives and all of the big beehive brain moments, but you are definitely aware when people start moving around in the house. There's been enough shit going down, enough things trying to attack you that you are awake the minute Gray starts walking through the house and out the door and into the lake.
I mean, I would say Lakota probably took over the living room and just made like a pillow for it so she could be closer to the fridge.
That would be dope.
So it's very...
That's very in character.
All of a sudden, Gray is walking through the room. She's not awake.
Did you do?
She's just walking out the door and into the lake.
I think I'll realize, because I think we have enough of a rapport now that at least when I say sup, I expect a sup back. And when there isn't a sup back, I'm like, oh, wait.
Yeah. Also, if
Not
you
mean.
if you attempt to get in her way, she, it does that whole video game thing where she walks into you for a while, and then when you move out of the way, she just keeps going.
Not driving at the wheel.
Yeah, I think I'll wait to see where they go.
The lake.
Oh, they just straight up beeline for the lake? Okay.
Mm-hmm. You're not far from it. In fact, she just goes under, can breathe underwater, so it's not like the most dangerous thing Gray has done with herself.
Yeah, no, I think I wouldn't be worried if it wasn't for us just going through the time bubble. So
Right.
I'll probably go fetch Annunciata.
Okay. Annunciata, roll me a wits and alertness, please. I want to know if you heard the door open.
Oh, sure.
See, I'm sure I've heard previously from Annunciata that this is her last life because she knows too much, and Lakota doesn't know shit, so Lakota's gonna live forever.
I mean, that's valid.
That's how that works.
Yep.
That's how that works.
Totally.
Yeah.
I got 6.
Great. You also hear the door open, and it's the middle of the freaking night. You know it's the middle of the freaking night because you just felt like you just went to sleep after that long conversation with Gray.
Just getting ice cream. I want some ice cream. God damn it, are they going out without me? I knew it. They're always going out for stuff, and they're not ever taking me. That's because of what you did, the poor blind girl. Foots around for her staff. I'm so heavy.
This is how you find her, Lakota.
Hello?
Yeah. Lakota never processed that you need to be quiet for Slua, so she full on just slams the door open, and it's just Gray went in the lake, but they're asleep.
Ow, 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 ow. Hello? Who's there?
It's Lakota. Gray went in the water, but they're asleep,
Okay.
and that's
Yeah.
new.
Oh, loud noises hurt. Ow. Didn't hear anything you said after the bang. I think. Oh, okay, hold on. Gray went underwater. She's a selkie. That's what she does. She's kind of like a sealy thing.
Yeah, but they're asleep. That's weird.
She wants to sleep swim? I mean, I can. All right. Can you swim? No, you choose not. No, that's Rhea. Can you swim?
I can swim.
Okay, well, we don't need the shark harness for today. We'll leave that for later, okay?
Well, I'm bringing the shark harness in case we need it.
Okay, in case we need it. I can swim underwater, but I need you to guide me. Okay?
That works.
Dope?
Yeah, I'm so good at guiding.
All right, awesome. And let's go.
Okay, so everybody is taking a swim into the lake, and I'm going to kick over to John now. Merking. Yes,
Hello.
hi. I
Hi.
promised we were going to get there. Merking. You are visiting the site of a small township within the kingdom underneath Huron. It is It is tragic in a way you're not expecting, because the decision has been made between you and the group of this township that it is safer and more effective to bring them all into the larger parts of the holdings, because it's not a very large township, and trying to reignite the balefire repeatedly might waste more glamour, and you might need it to fix the actual problem. It was a mutual decision. Nobody's upset about it. Besides through the general, like, I'm upset I have to leave my home, but I recognize this is probably the best choice in this particular case.
Sure, no one likes moving.
Right. So far, your kingdom has been fairly accepting of the people moving closer into their space, largely because they think that this is something that they're going to be able to solve, and it's not an unknown problem for balefires to go out sometimes. The problem with this is when you're standing in this space here, it's like the life has gone out of it. It's more than just, there is no glamour fountain here. It is, you know how when you look at something and if you look at it in a different way, you can see the beauty in it?
Yeah.
There's no way to turn your head to make this beautiful.
Oh, that makes me very sad.
And it's just like a place that isn't loved. Things that are discarded here. Things that are, and you know in the back of your mind that there's something you're supposed to be doing about this, but you don't know what, and it's frustrating.
Has everyone? I think that Jack wants to hang back in the village after everyone leaves, and it's going to go to the center of this town, like right in the middle of it, wherever the balefire would usually be lit. Mm-hmm. I assume it's like some kind of like brazier type thing.
It can be anything that can represent a well of something. So it's an imaginative thing. So whatever you want it to be, it can be.
Okay. I mean, in my head, it's just like the thing where you light the Olympic like torch thing. It looks like that. And then Jack is going to walk up to it and he's going to put a hand on it and say, I'm going to fix this. I'm sorry. And then I'm going to turn and head back towards the kingdom, towards the castle.
As you touch the brazier, part of it crumbles off in your hand. And it shouldn't do that because it's not old. It's never been old. Things aren't old in that way. They don't decay like that.
Do I have any inkling as to why it would do that?
It feels like neglect, which is part of the thing that banality would do. It's like everything has been sucked out of this space.
Right. So there's nothing, there's no like magic or anything holding it together.
Right. And while you could pour magic at it to hold it together, the investment of doing so has been determined to not be the best use of your magic during this time.
Right.
As you turn away, you see a Selkie you've never seen before swimming down into the depths. And Gray, this is about the time you wake up.
I'm just gonna watch to see what happens.
Gray wakes up underwater. There'd probably be like this momentary spasm of like the weightlessness, the pressure of water on skin, just everything.
Mm-hmm. And
too much at once.
And strapped to your back is Uwu precious baby angel sword.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
How far away is Gray?
She's just coming into sight, but she's like on a course towards you. So like you will collide if she doesn't stop coming.
Okay. I'm gonna head towards her, meet her, I guess, halfway.
Okay. She is, you are still in your mortal form. It doesn't matter about the water breathing thing here. So she looks like other changelings you've seen in mortal form. She's not a mer person. So, and again, she's never been presented to you as part of your kingdom for any particular reason, but that's not saying much. You've only been around a couple of months and you have all of Lake Huron to deal with.
Sure, I haven't met everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She looks a bit confused, though, like...
Very exceedingly confused.
And she has a sword strapped to her back.
How unusual is that? How many people walk around strapped?
Fairly unusual. They're dreaming selves, maybe. The mortal version, no.
Okay.
I mean, strange women lying in ponds, throwing swords at people. I mean, it's a way
What
of
about
government.
that earlier today?
Jack is also thinking about that, but he's like, but I'm already a king, aren't I?
Listen, if I find some moistened bent to give me a scimitar, I can be an empress.
So I want to approach this Selkie and just say, hi, can I help you?
As
yes.
you get close to this, I'm going to need you to roll your banality here.
Okay.
So
Remind me how I roll banality.
all your dots of banality, whatever you have there.
4.
Right. And then all you need is one die above 6 to avoid it currently.
Excuse me, sir. I need to take this. I need my dice tray. I avoided it.
Huzzah!
I got a 7 and a 9.
It feels real bad here. Like the death of your soul in this area.
Oh shit! I don't care for this shit at all. This is bad.
Jack, you don't feel this as painfully here. Like you can stand in the middle of it. You recognize what this is, but you don't feel oppressed by it.
Mm-hmm. Is this feeling something that I would be aware that other people don't like?
Yes, Narissa absolutely hates being here.
Okay, so so Jack's going to then turn to Gray and say, "Hey, this probably isn't a super fun place for you to be. I imagine this doesn't feel so great. Let's just move further away from this unhappy place."
Gray is so confused because who's the fuck?
Oh, hi. I'm sorry. That's so rude of me. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Jack. And then he looks a little confused as he says it. The Merking?
You do not seem sure about that.
That's accurate. Yes. That's what they tell me.
His title.
This is a weird conversation because I'm just some random guy who came up to you in the middle of a lake and said he's the Merking. I recognize that's a weird thing, but this is a bad place, and we should not be here because I don't like how this feels. I can only imagine you hate how this feels.
And I mean, that's accurate. I am in favor of swimming away from this place.
Annunciata and Lakota. You were not super far behind Gray, largely because you both stumbled out and into the lake fairly quickly. You still have mortal constraints on this. You are not Gray. Gray can just breathe underwater, and that's a thing. The two of you, not so much, at least not magically assisted. Now, of course, you could slip into the dreaming and try and avoid this because there would be more ability to do that there, but then you wouldn't know where Gray is, so it's a double-edged sword on that thing. So, Huron is very deep. Someone like Lakota could use their stamina to attempt to go farther and farther down each time, kind of like surfing across and then doing dives to see where Gray is at currently. So, how do y'all want to handle that?
I think Anne would pretty much take point by kind of floating and letting Lakota go up and down to try and find Gray, and then moving a little further, staying in the surface and being that point for Lakota to be able to go up and down because still can't do a whole lot underwater.
Annunciata and Lakota, the area above the space they're in also has that really bad feeling in
Ugh.
it. So if you get close to it, even on the surface, you're gonna want to go away from it.
Yeah, but Gray's important.
Yep. I'm just saying you can feel it too.
And we'll know what she's getting into because, again, she knows. And she'll just swallow through it.
Okay. What are you doing, Lakota?
Yeah, no, that strategy seems fine to me. I also have no magic shenanigans, so that would have been my go-to.
Okay. This means Gray, in the middle of this conversation with the Merking. Oh, and Lakota, please roll me your stamina, please. Just stamina, and that's it. You see Lakota just like determinedly diving down after you, and then like bouncing back up.
And just being like this boy in the water, like doing, doing.
I don't know if you can see Annunciata because it's very deep, and Annunciata is way up there, but you definitely can see Lakota just
Doesn't help I dress in all black either.
That's 5.
Great. So you're not going to take any damage from doing your repeated dives here. You still have to go up for oxygen, but you're doing just fine with the depth of the. And
Can I
the
use
cold.
Dragon's Ire to give myself like an iron lung?
Yes, you can give yourself
Perfect.
more indestructible skin type thing. So you're
Yeah,
just,
resist the water pressure and junk.
and the cold. That's actually the bigger problem underneath the Great Lakes.
I'm super hot though. Cold's not a problem.
Yeah, but it's a slushy right now, so yeah.
Yeah. However,
Also, I don't think your physical appearance is going to help you survive the cold.
You just don't believe well enough.
Just gotta believe hard enough.
Oh, beautiful day. Thank you. Had to. This is glorious.
Lakota like does not follow the exact laws of physics. It's like showing a protagonist laws of physics. Like if she believes hard enough.
so basically, there's just actually how I'm going to say this is if you use your Dragon's Ire, roll me your Glamour and your Dragon's Ire together, just for a base number of successes I can see here, and
Cool.
spend a point of Glamour to do it like a superficial one. And the Merking and Gray see Lakota just cannonball in and then back up again. So it's just like this angry torpedo that keeps coming down into the water.
That's 6.
Yeah, you're fine.
When Jack sees this, he doesn't know what it is, but turns to Gray and says, "Do you know what's going on?"
Gray, concerned face. Oh, I think they're with me.
Oh, is there anything that
Yes.
this is me asking you, Spectre? Is there anything that I can do
Yes, you
magically to help
can-
them?
you can fix their problem.
Okay, I would like to. Okay, I turn to Gray. They're with you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what do I do to help them?
I will roll for you and figure out because you're gonna roll some Glamour here. You're gonna roll some Fey. You have lots. You're gonna roll. I'm actually. This is going to sound weird. I'm going to do some from Namecraft for you. So basically, what you're going to do is name a bubble of air into existence for them.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, and you very successfully do that.
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to go into the complications of that, but basically, what words would you like to speak to name this bubble of air into existence?
What words would I like to speak to? I think that Jack doesn't super know how magic works, so he's gonna like speak to his magic as if it were a living thing and be like, "Can we help them breathe?"
Okay.
And then just that's what does it.
Okay, that makes sense to me. I think that's how you've been accessing a lot of your power
Yeah.
recently.
I mean, my throne room has an imagination. Why can't my magic be alive?
Right. So out of nowhere, the man speaks, and as he's speaking, an air bubble comes out of his mouth and grows to the size of like 3 or 4 people. You can enter and exit this bubble without popping it, but it's just going to float along in there for you.
We have to bring it to them?
Yeah.
Okay. So Gray will tow it, I guess.
Yeah. Just push it along like...
When Jack sees that the bubble works, he's like, yes.
Yeah, congratulations. Can you help me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Great. It is actually kind of weird that another changeling would be confused that their powers are working.
Yeah, I will address that when my friends are not in danger of possibly drowning. They seem okay now, but that could change.
Anyways, Lakota, on one of your descents into this weird underwater space, you end up in a bubble and you're just there now. You breathe just fine.
And you just see a brightly red-headed man just waving at you. Hi, I'm Jack.
Gray's voice. He's fine, I think.
Okay, cool. This lake has bad vibes. Anansiakata's a little buoying up there.
Yep, she's next.
So you push the bubble up, and Anansiakata, you feel this kind of viscous material go around you before you're in some sort of like slanted bubble, and then it sinks again. Lakoka's in there with you, though.
We're in a bubble. It's cool.
You're muted, dear.
Do you mean we're in a bubble?
Like a literal bubble.
What do you... What?
A bubble of air in the water.
I made you a bubble.
That's Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack.
Did you finally find the dude in the pool?
I mean, it's a dude in a pool.
It's.
Dude in the pool?
I don't mean to nitpick. It is a lake.
What's a lake but just a big pool, man?
He's not wrong.
Jack is taken aback by that and just doesn't say anything for a bit.
Gray steps into the bubble and it's just like, he might be the Merking.
What?
I only say might be because he seemed a little confused about how to use his magic, and that doesn't seem to mesh.
I can hear you, you know? Like, you don't have to talk like I'm not...
Oh, I'm not trying to talk like you're not here. I'm explaining to my friends what your deal is.
Oh, hi, I'm Jack.
You just have to
Merkin.
wave hard enough.
They tell me
Question
I'm...
mark.
They tell me I'm the Merking, is how Jack always introduces himself. Hi, I'm Jack. They tell me I'm the Merking.
Do you see?
No, I don't.
Well, I know you don't see, but do you get what I'm trying to tell you here?
May I ask a question?
Of me?
Sure, wherever you're at. This is really discombobulating at the moment. I can't sense where people are at, so you're going to have to bear with me.
Jack enters the bubble and, like, goes up and, like, holds a hand out.
Can't see.
Okay,
Anansiakata is blind.
I know. I don't want to just take your... Can I take your hand? Will that help?
Sure.
Consent is important, my guy.
That's why I'm asking. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I take Anansiakata's hand.
My name is Anansiakata, Ambassador of Bats. To whom have you been told you're a king?
Wait, I don't think that question made the sense that you think that it made. To whom have I been told I... Are you asking who told me I'm a king?
In the local vernacular, yes.
Sort of gestures. Everyone, also an old lady in a portal, and someone on a lakeshore.
A
A
lady,
lot of people.
lady in a portal.
Yeah.
Let me guess, you didn't take notes to write down to whom you spoke to.
No, I took down notes. I just don't know how much I should tell 3 random strangers in the middle of my kingdom.
Excellent.
No offense.
And then
No, that's valid. I
As
can't
No.
argue that.
As you are all having this conversation, this bubble is sinking slowly back under the waves again because it's not just going to sit on the surface where any random mortal might see it.
No, that's fair.
valid.
Yep.
That's fair. Forgive me. We've had a very rough time of things for the past couple months. So when one claims themselves to be a king, one must ask themselves, what the fuck?
And I do. Daily. But
Have you not consulted a card? Do you have a soothsayer?
You don't know.
do I have a suit?
I don't think it's a question you've asked yet.
Okay.
I honestly don't put much stock in what the suits say.
Actually, come to think of it, no, you do know that somebody can soothsay because Narissa said you were predicted.
That's true. That's true. I mean, there's at least one around here.
I do soothsaying. My question is that have you consulted cards or omens or anything to find out to exactly to whom you are?
No, they just kind of asked for help, and so I thought I'd give it a shot.
Like you do.
Yeah.
Anne's
Is that how it works?
Anne's gonna perform omen right then and there.
Okay. Roll your omen for me. Spend your glamour, roll your omen. This is actually, though, oh, sorry. You are going to roll omen on him. Oh, this is a difficulty 10.
Damn.
I know it is because I know what caused this.
So I'm doing glamour, soothsaying, and my fae because I can do it on fae.
Yeah, I'll go with that roll.
God, because that gives me more dice. Sorry, I'll go for the more dice roll. Hold
Jack
on.
is very confused while this happens and just kind of like sits floating cross-legged because I'm underwater and I assume I can do that.
No, she's good. It's fine. Don't worry.
Yes! Stop it!
It
Part of
has,
the
been,
process. Trust
No-
the process.
No, thank you.
it has been, I don't, 2.
2 zeros.
Cool. You see,
No, 4 successes.
yep, you see the wolf. You hear it growl in the back of your head, and you see, and a black veil comes over your eyes. That's it.
I'm already blind.
No, but like it's like a black veil over your omening process. Like it has that sensation on you. It doesn't impact your ability to sense anything else. It's literally the message you got.
Is it the wolf I know, or is it the dude? Is it the lady in the right?
Is it the good wolf or the bad wolf?
Yeah.
It's
Which
the one-
wolf?
It's the one that lives in the back of your head.
Rent free.
Yeah.
Madden's the prince.
Right. That wolf.
Ooh, this is not good.
Is it my wolf? The one that I know?
Yeah, it's I mean, you don't know what her omen was, but it is your wolf.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I don't know how we would communicate that. I don't know how she'd know what my wolf is. Also, I don't think she's voiced this yet, but John was just wondering.
Yep, it's your wolf.
There's something over you. Not good.
What? Okay, well, now I have to ask. What is over me?
Clearly, a black veil of something. Somebody's hiding your fate. You made the wolf growl.
And then I described the wolf that I've seen before. This wolf?
Same wolf.
That wolf.
Oh, no, he's cool. We're friends.
Understood.
At this point, your frog chimera pops into existence next to you and says, "We are definitely not friends."
I think Jack just expects Jeremiah at this point and just turns to be like, "Hey, Jeremiah, how you doing? How you been?"
Is there a bullfrog in here?
Point of order.
Mhm.
Why did you pop up speaking to Jeremiah? Why did you pop up and say we are not friends when he said that he's friends with the wolf?
Because it's wolf, and I'm a bullfrog. I'm not friends with wolves.
Okay, but I'm friends with wolves.
Because that's because you're.
We don't have to have the same friends, Jeremiah. It's okay.
Is he overly possessive?
Jeremiah goes, "Hi." I don't know what to do with him sometimes, but hi.
Do you have a lead on him, apparently?
Just I'm his chimera.
Well,
That's Jeremiah. He's cool.
Benny is my chimera, wherever Benny is at the moment. But you,
How have we not met Benny?
because Benny likes to hide. He's a bat. How often do you see bats come out during the day?
I feel
I'm
hurt.
Cicada, ambassador of bats. Why do you think I'm so active at night?
ambassador.
I'd like to meet a bat.
That's the
Okay, I'm sorry. Who here has watched Gallivant?
Yes.
It's the amulet. The thing I've had and I've never taken off.
I've worn it every single day. Pretty sure that's the first time I've ever seen it.
Sorry.
Molto bene.
Exactly
Chef's
that.
kiss.
I mean, the bat pin's right here. But at the same point, we're not active during the day usually, so that's probably why you've never met him.
I feel betrayed.
Benny Pin made Gray. Jeremiah is a bullfrog, apparently, because that's a song. Lakoka, the king that is now Jack, who he thinks is a king, because he doesn't know what he is at the moment. Everyone, Benny, the pin of a bat.
I'm
To
gonna
be fair,
press
I don't know
my
if his name's really Jeremiah. That's just what I call him.
random name out of the hat.
Jeremiah gives a big frog shrug and he's like, "That could be Jeremiah. It's not the worst name I've been called. You little shit. This is definitely a thing I've been called. Not by
What?
him."
I really need to learn naming. Really need to learn that one.
I'm gonna press my face against like the bubble and just kind of stretch it out as much as I can towards Jeremiah and just be like, "Mr. Frog."
No,
can
we're
you introduce
inside
me to
there with
Mr.
you.
Toad."
And they're in
Oh,
there
you're on
with
the
you.
side. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just get all real close and be like, "Mr. Frog, can you introduce me to Mr. Toad?"
Jeremiah looks at you for a while and he goes, "Careful what you wish for."
Please don't wish anything that we can't handle.
And
I can handle it.
Jeremiah
Hey, Jeremiah, what's happening?
Jeremiah has his own power pool. Because he is
Oh no.
what?
Oh, Jeremiah, be nice.
He's a
You, those
merc.
Frogger want to
Yeah.
throw hands?
He is being nice.
Let's not throw hands at the frog, please.
Please don't throw hands at my frog.
Let's not throw hands in the bubble. The bubble is a hands-free zone.
A large rainbow toad drops on top of Lakoka's head, pushes Lakoka through the bubble, and then disappears. Mr. Toad.
Ray dives down to go grab Lakoka.
Jack
can
also
come back
dives
into the
down to go grab Lakoka.
What happened?
He leaves Jeremiah behind, and when they get back, he just looks at him like, "You didn't have to make it that big."
Because he wanted to meet Mr. Toad. That's Mr. Toad.
I like Mr. Toad.
What?
Okay, Jeremiah, we're going to talk about this another time.
Can we talk about the black veil in the room that I can't see his fate?
Look, man,
No, I'm still girl. Or woman, preferably.
I was in bed. Why am I here?
Because you woke up and walked and Lakoko slammed the door, so I became deaf for a moment and told me that you were in the water. So Lakoko grabbed her shark fin. I held on to it and I said I was going to be a buoy while she cannonballed back and forth to try and find you. And by the way, what the hell is that goddamn horrible feeling? Oh, sweet
Oh.
Jesus!
That's that town over there. The bale fire went out. It's a bad place. Yeah, listen, I'm just gonna you're all here, you're in my kingdom, you're gonna be my guests. We're gonna go back to the castle. We're just gonna move this bubble along to someplace nicer and safer, and there's snacks. And then we can have this conversation where there are snacks and
There air.
is yeah, right?
There's a bubble currently, so there will be air.
If we bring the bubble,
There
Right.
Yeah. Well, you are under a lake, and pretty much everyone under here is some form of aquatic to semi-aquatic being. So, as long as you're in this bubble, you are good.
Could we become semi-aquatic?
Jack looks very confused and turns to Jeremiah and says, "Can they?"
And Jeremiah goes, with a lot of Fey plastic surgery, sure.
Let's do
So that's the long way of saying no.
what? Can one of you guys be my Fey emotional support system just to because I can't sense anything out.
Actually, Annunciata, because your hearing is heightened in your senses, it is very loud underwater, largely because you can hear the slosh of water continuously. But because you can hear a lot more than the average bear, you can hear voices down here, particularly the farther down you go. And they're not loud, they're not saying anything particular, but it's like there's a whole society down here that you just cannot see.
By the way, where's the earplugs? Because it's loud down here. Do you know I can clock at least 15 conversations?
Is there something that I can do to help with her ears?
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
There's not a lot you can't do, actually.
earplugs are good, aren't they?
Yeah, can I just make some earplugs?
Yes, you can. Roll me your. Well, I can do this for you because
We found the murky.
I mean, I've got all my dice out here.
Okay, cool. Then roll your glamour plus your crafts, and your prop. Actually,
We might have found the Murkeen, but I think we found our fairy godfather.
Okay, so I'm rolling glamour and crafts, and what was it?
prop.
And prop. I'm gonna need more dice.
Many dice he has.
Because I am going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Where is props?
It's under your.
And then I need 4 more. I need 15 whole dice. Damn.
Yes.
Okay, what is the success?
It's your kingdom, so 6.
Oh no,
This is why I had the dice tray out.
that's fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Many.
6, 7
Enough.
successes.
Enough. Many. He concentrates in his hand, and a little bits of like algae and stuff start condensing into a harder and harder substance, and then it perfectly molds to fit your ear. And if you put them in, you can hear almost nothing beyond them, because he did real good, almost too good.
I hope this helps.
Can't hear, but this is fine. Feel like crack it just a little bit so she can hear what's going on in the bubble, but everything else is just like
Yes.
While
silence.
that process is going on, Lakoka's just wistfully looking out into the water because now she can't be a shark.
You can be a shark. In fact, there's nothing that's stopping you from like swimming out of the bubble and swimming back into the bubble. Like, you just have to keep refreshing your air by going back into the bubble. Gray, on the other hand, you do not have this problem, but I love your mustache.
I felt left out because John has one.
I love it.
Hers is nicer than mine, though.
And as you all float down, you float past rock formations that get larger and larger. And then, almost like it fell out of the mist, you see a castle and a bustling city.
Does the city have a name?
Yes, it's your kingdom. This is the seat of your power. Here it is.
Well, yes, but what is its name?
I hadn't given it one. So, do you have a name you would prefer, or would you like to give me to give you one?
Hurantis.
Hurantis! Welcome
Hurantis. I dig it.
Well, the reason I asked is because as it appears out of the mist, I am now saying, "Welcome to Hurantis."
Yes.
What's it look like?
Is that really called Hurantis, is it?
I mean, that's what I called it, and then everyone just sort of ran with it because we're under like Huron, and then it made me think of Atlantis, so I called it Hurantis.
Oh God.
But I think I have naming powers, and I think I accidentally changed it.
You have naming powers.
Yeah, I made a bubble.
And as you float into this city, you see the populace, you see them note the bubble and the presence of the Merking, and there's a certain amount of deference that is shown to them as you land, sort of
I'm still waving at everyone as we pass.
softly in this city. And that's where we're going to take a break. So, see everybody in 10 minutes. and welcome back. And we are going to pick up again where they have just flown into Hurantis. So, for the Motley, this is a literal mer kingdom. It has all the hallmarks of, like Ceres Island does. It has a whole bunch of people down here, mostly mer people. There are some other kiths down here, but they're more few and far between. It tends to be a more homogenous society down here. There are a couple of puka. There are a couple of other various kiths. There's, the odd knocker, the odd boggin, but you'd see more mer people than anything down here. They all seem to be extremely deferential to Jack, though it's kind of like a familiar, hey, we like you and you're our king, more than we think you're going to smite us. and that is a holdover from their previous attitudes as well, so it's not different for you, Jack. It's not something that's changed about how they interact with you. They're like, yeah, you're pretty awesome, and you've always saved us from shit before.
Jack has also tried very hard to because I don't, he doesn't remember a lot from his previous life, but he's trying very hard to be kind and nice. So anyone that I know by name, I am greeting by name. I'm still waving to everyone that we see and trying to be as nice and friendly as possible. Just because it seems like the kind of thing that I should do.
Mm-hmm. It is still very much like a kingdom, so there is a hereditary monarch here, but it seems to be less contentious than Laurel's rigid power structure seems to be.
Weird.
Yeah, real weird. I mean, you're getting all the different versions of how to fight the monarchy here.
Yeah, right?
However, Nerissa is not in the castle currently. She, if you inquire about her, she has gone off to help another outlying town make sure that...
I'd actually assumed that she would be there when we came in, just because she usually is.
Mm-hmm.
When I come back from anywhere, because there's usually stuff for me to do. So I would have asked the first, I guess, liveried servant that I came across where she was.
And they start to bow, and then I'm guessing you're the kind who finds it a little weird when people bow to you. So it's just oh, she said to tell you that she has gone and she'll be back in, she thinks later this afternoon. There was another problem out in one of the outlying areas, and she wanted to make sure their balefire was okay. So,
Okay. I mean, if she needs me, she knows how to get in contact with me. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay. Do you need anything?
Yes, actually. So I have these new guests right here. And I don't know how long they're going to be here, but if we could get some rooms, a room, I don't know how y'all sleep.
I don't think we were planning on staying.
I don't know.
Tend to sleep laying down.
That's fair.
The liveried, I don't want to say servant, but employee of this household was like, well, you don't have to float around in a bubble, but very good job, sir. See, your powers are coming in quite strong, but we have little mouthpieces for guests from the up there, because Siri sends us people to talk to, which incidentally they're still waiting on an answer from us about whether we're going to join them or Laurel, because Laurel's still just outside Siri's borders, which is kind of concerning.
We will have an answer for them very, very shortly.
Yeah, which way are you leaning?
I'm not 100% comfortable discussing that with 3 people that I just met. But I can sense that we have things that we should probably discuss. So we will be in the conference room. If you could have some drinks and light refreshments sent in, that would be wonderful, because there is apparently a conversation I need to have with my new guests.
This feels like a trap.
It's always a trap.
I promise you, it's not a trap.
That's what they would
That-
say. If
That's
it
what they
was
would say if
a
it was a trap.
I recognize that is what I would say if it was a trap. Would you like to go, would you like to leave now? You are
Yeah.
welcome to go or stay at your discretion.
I
That's a
just
trap as well. Have you not seen Star Wars?
Admiral Akbar appears behind
Actually,
my
yeah,
shoulder.
no, start, yeah. Yeah.
That tracks.
The employee whose name is Crustaceous, because I really want to name him that, is probably not a trap. He's real nice, but not real fast.
Clearly, because we're in a bubble. I feel like Linda. I don't know how I feel about this.
Like,
Can I sleep on a giant clam?
Oh,
oh,
a little
yes.
mermaid.
Probably.
I was
I just
like,
want to be a part of their world, Annunciata.
I understood that reference.
Crustaceous.
Okay, La Ariel.
You
Have you-
probably can sleep in a clam. It probably will take us a day or two to make a clam to do that, but you could probably sleep. Do you want me to make a clam for them?
If you
No,
start,
it's okay.
Please
you
don't.
start
It's
to
okay.
see.
I'm fairly certain that Lakoka is joking.
No, it's
Oh,
La Ariel
no,
now.
100%.
No, Lakoka is serious. I'm just saying that you don't have to do
I'll
that.
take it with me.
Just don't start singing part of your world, please.
But what if I do it?
You're the musician. La Ariel is not. Clearly.
Redcaps can sing.
Yeah, we don't know. Lakoka could have a secret talent.
Lakoka is amazing at biting, fighting, and eating. I would never underestimate Lakoka's talents. It's just at this moment, earbuds.
Oh, I'm
Fantastic.
loud.
Oh, that's true.
That's fair.
I love you all.
Crustaceous is like, I'll just go get the breathing reeds, and I'll be right back.
Wonderful.
Breathing.
Thank you so much.
So you lead them into the conference room. Crustaceous comes back. He has these little reeds that you stick on the side of your neck. They sort of function like gills for you here. They are magic. Don't ask too many questions.
Because Spectre doesn't know.
The Spectre goes, the book says magic.
Magic.
Once that has happened, you do not need the bubble, but unless Jack somehow dismisses it, it just sort of floats around the room without you in it.
Once they're no longer in the bubble, Jack just sort of looks at it, shrugs, and then just like tries to pop it.
Okay.
I don't know if that'll work, but that's
Nope.
that's my instinct. It's like,
Nope.
all right, I'm gonna squint at it.
You named it into being. Now, if you wish to do it the same way, you're going to have to name it out of being.
You have to dismiss it.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to speak to my magic the same way that I did last time, but instead of asking for it to come on, I'm going to just say thank you for your help and hope that it goes away.
Okay. It lingers for a minute because it's not real certain what you meant it, but then it sort of just pops and little bubbles float through the room.
It kind of leans over to Annunciata and goes, "That's not how we do that, right?"
What did he do?
You heard.
I heard,
I speak out loud when I say these things.
I heard, but I did not see, so I do not know what happened to the bubble.
Oh, it's gone.
It popped.
Yeah.
Well, this is in character.
Yeah, no, I know.
And when you name a thing into being, you then unname it and dismiss it.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
I thanked it for its help. Yeah.
But you have to be clear in when you are dismissing it, saying it now can go.
Great.
No, it understood me.
That's not how this normally works. That's not how this normally
That's
works.
what I'm saying.
I mean, it's fine.
Annunciata, the more they explain, that's not how that works either. Normal.
You know, right.
I mean, just because it's always worked, it hasn't ever worked that way before, doesn't mean that it can't work that way.
I just have no words for you at this moment.
Okay. All right. So, why are you here?
That's an excellent question. Next question.
Gray, as you say that, you feel a slight thrum on of the sword on your back.
Oh god.
Hold on.
Does it have a visual?
Yes, it does.
I take the sword off of my back and put it on the table and just like, ah!
And Jack is visibly just takes a step back. Are you okay?
What's the matter now?
I'm 12 levels of not okay. I think this is why I'm here.
Do you want me to talk to it?
Please talk to it.
You can talk to us.
Ask it its name as well. I meant to ask you to do that last time and I fucked
All
up.
right. All right.
Can I
That's
talk
on
to
me.
the sword?
No,
Yes.
you can't talk to the sword. Only Anne can talk to the sword.
Okay, that's all right.
You
That's
do
fine.
not have consent to talk to the sword.
That's I asked and answered.
Roll your prop, spend another point of glamour, roll it with your glamour, and
I was just glad I beat the 10.
Oh,
with
do I
two
have to
more
have
successes.
filled in a glamour bubble when I did that thing earlier?
yes.
Okay.
Every time you've used your magic for something, you've filled in a glamour bubble. There is a way for them to refresh, but you haven't done it.
Wait, do you fill in a bubble or cross out a box?
Cross out the box.
That's
Like,
what I meant. Thing underneath.
Yes.
Okay, so one for the bubble and then one for the earplugs.
Yes. Actually, 2 for the bubble because you've created it and dismissed it.
Got it.
I got 6.
Great. You hear the sword. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you so much.
I'm okay. I talked to you before.
You did?
Yes.
I don't remember.
You asked me about my mom, and I told you I had a new mom.
Who's your mom?
It was a pretty blue-haired lady.
And we'll say all out, Gray's your mom?
You gave birth to a sword.
I did not.
By the way,
All right.
what is your name so we know how to properly address you?
You're gonna hate me after this, but okay.
It's usually my
I
answer.
swear to God, if it's ooh baby sword.
Ooh, baby sword.
It's not. And this adorable voice goes, "Night's fall, boon of the lasting night."
Lights fall, born of the lasting light.
No, night's fall, like it's dark outside.
Nights fall, born.
Boon, B-O-O-N. I learned how to spell that.
That's good. Knowing how to spell your name is very good. Boon of.
The lasting night.
Who named you that?
Goes, and like the goes on for like a solid minute.
You don't remember, do you?
But none, it's just like, ooh, thousands of years ago. Or
Okay.
maybe it was yesterday.
Fair
I don't
enough.
remember.
It's okay.
Feel
Okay,
that deep in my soul.
Hey, Anne,
Gray, I've got their name. What would you like to ask them?
can you ask if the sword has any recollection of me prior to recently?
Right, that's going to go over so well. Hold on a minute.
I know.
Oh,
It's worth a shot.
by the way, its name is Nightfall, Boon of the Lasting Night.
Yeah, that fills me with a lot of optimism and
Yeah.
hope.
That's very ominous.
No,
It's a
that's-
cool
Quite a
name,
hard
though.
name, though.
I'm down with it. It's a really good name.
Said in
Jack turns to the sword and says, "That's a cool name."
And-
So,
oh,
You can't talk to the sword.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Night's Fall. Do you recall, Gray, in any of the numerous years that you've been in existence,
let's see.
and not just in this lifetime of Gray, I'm sure you can see them in their other lifetimes, correct?
There's another.
You don't have to all the time. It's okay. I'll let you think on it. Take 5. This is fine.
Yes. And I remember the red-haired one with all the pretty, and she grew the mushrooms. But I remember, is blue-haired lady named Gray?
Yes.
Or they, person,
Gray.
Gray, they, Gray, Gray. Okay, so yeah, Gray mom. Yes, I remember them before. I remember them before the red-haired lady, who was also my mom.
Got you. All right. On that thought, Gray, the blue-haired lady, what did they look like back then?
Blue-haired. Also, I don't know. Are they my mom? If they're not, my parent. They're my parent.
We'll go with parent. I'm good with this.
It's a very socially aware sword. I'm
Hell
so
yeah.
proud of them.
Well, that's going on. I'd like to nudge Jack and just like very conspiratorially be like, "Hey, come here."
Jack does. Oh, yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah. I've said yes to so many things over the past 6 months. What's one more?
The man
Great
saw yes
attitude.
man. There you are.
Can you hook me up with a trident?
You absolutely can hook them up with a trident. Whether you want to hook them up with a trident is up to you.
Is there anything in this game like an insight check?
Yes, absolutely. You can insight check stuff.
Okay, what do I roll for that?
So you're gonna roll probably your wits and your empathy.
Wits, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Empathy is under, there it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is my success threshold?
Actually, look, Coca, are you trying to deceive them in any way, or are you just like straight up asking for a weapon for reasons?
I just want a trident because tridents are cool.
Okay.
I'll have you know, I look very trustworthy in my BDSM shark heartness, glowing yellow eyes, and shark-like teeth.
Your threshold is a 6. It's the normal one.
So an animal look to Gray and go.
Tens are worth 2.
10s are worth 2 and 1 is worth negative.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so those cancel each other out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Many successes.
This is a 7.
No, that's when I took those out
okay.
because they canceled each other out. It was a 1 and a 10, and I canceled
Okay.
them out, and then it just
So-
flipped.
Lakoka, there's something niggling in the back of your brain, and you remember what Lakoka is. Just looking at Lakoka. Lakoka is a red cap. Somewhere in the back of your brain, you have this vague memory of what red caps are like. Red caps like to fight. They have the ability to eat almost anything, like literally almost anything. Is it a thing? It can be eaten.
I don't know why you're throwing that almost in there. Like I've got some kind of limitations. I resent that.
No, you're Matter Eater Man from Marvel Comics. I
Right.
understand.
And also the conceptualization of what red caps are to changeling society are things that lurk in the forest to scare you away from darker things. So they're tales to scare children out of dark forests. They're tales to scare people who have been ostracized out of society of what the things lurk in the night for them if they get ostracized.
Jack is going to turn to Lakoga and say, "Hey, real quick, just why do you want to trident?"
Because I've never had one. Also, there's the bad feeling and the balefire problem. I
You know
might
you
know
can't
what's up with that.
You know you can't stab the bad feeling, right? You can't stab bad feelings.
Oh, that's not going to stop Lakoka from
Yeah.
trying.
Actually, you can stab back feelings because it's the person that gave you the bad feelings you can stab. Why
You know what? That's fair. Hey, Lakoka, I just need one assurance from you before I get you a trident, which is that you are not going to stab anyone in my kingdom. Like anyone.
I mean, like anyone in Hurantis? Like, I mean, if there's monsters, I'll fight the monster, but like, I'm not gonna stab any jabroni.
No, just no stabbing when you are under the water. I can't prevent you from doing any stabbing outside of here, but down here, the rule is no stabbing.
Yeah,
Unless I say you can.
Okay.
That's fair.
about to say, Jack, you are certain that there is no universe in which you look at the individual before you that you could prevent them from all stabbing.
Listen, I'm not stabbing.
If
It'll
Lakota
be
tells me
purely
that they're not
ceremonial.
going to stab anyone, I believe them because Jack has gotten this far from trusting people on their word.
Okay.
So yes, not right now because I think we're still in this conversation. But yes, I will get you a trident because why not?
Most kind of you.
So
And I'll turn around and be like, yes.
also, when you look at Lakota closely, you see that Lakota carries what seem to be trophies on them.
Mhm.
It's battle trophies. Definitively, that's what those are.
So like ears.
No, like little trinkets made of bones and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'm friends with a wolf, and like so that's fine. People have bones. That's fine. You've just got extra bones.
And the sword goes, so let's see. I remember my blue-haired parent, and I remember my red-haired parent, and I'm supposed to do certain things at certain times, but I forget them in the middle because it's loud and noisy, and then I get close to it, and I do a thing, and it's awesome, and then I forget what I'm supposed to do next.
So you are reactionary. Okay. In remembering your blue-haired parent, was she always a Selkie, or was she something else?
They were always a Selkie. I mean, things in Arcadia don't change from what they are here, except for you get all like cloudy and full of mortal gunk.
This is fair. I would go through glamour baths. I go through many of them. I didn't know if it was a different life, if it was a different body, or if it was a different being, if you know what I mean.
Everything in Arcadia sort of like I remember I was forged in Arcadia, but like I don't remember a lot about Arcadia. But I do like Arcadia is like this thing that got split in half. It's sort of not really. It's over there.
Pointing doesn't help me because I cannot see.
Also, it's a sword, and the sword can't point.
Yes. Also, over there is sort of like a metaphor because the there is just, it's literally a conceptual idea of there.
I understand. I'm just letting you know because I'm not trying to be rude and turn my head.
I'm a sword.
I'm a slower.
I don't have hands.
I have big uwu vibes and no arms.
I have wings, and yet I'm talking to you. Does this make my sanity any more correct? No, I think I'm slowly going mad. I have a wolf in the back of my head.
That's cool.
No.
Me too.
Wait. I feel like the wolf in the back of your head is new.
No. It's been there. It was there all last season.
No, I mean, I feel like you haven't told us.
Oh.
You
Well,
haven't.
It was to the point where I was trying to talk to people, but then people split up and did other things, and then I had emotional support Faye that really didn't want to talk about things, and then we were trouncing around at a whole bunch of other places, and we had trolls, we had things, and then we had to turn over a cup, and then there was a trial by combat, and then we got whisked away.
We gotta have a family meeting.
Another one.
Another family meeting.
Do y'all need the room?
No, not right now, because the rest of our family is not here.
I mean, if we had the room, I don't think that would be. It's a clusterfuck of clusterfucks that clusterfuck upon clusterfucks. When you hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker, it just clusterfucks and even more clusterfuck.
I think
Such
we just
language.
all need to sit down. Yeah, she just learned how to curse. She's real proud of it.
Oh, okay. It's very, very good.
Yeah, if Anil were here, you'd be like, ma'am. That's why I like Anil.
The sword goes, I'm getting tired now. But
I
do you
understand.
hear singing? I hear
Wait.
singing.
Wait a minute. Singing. Yes, we heard singing in the We heard singing. There was singing. I think there was singing. What did we talk of? Did somebody tell me there was singing?
I don't think you know that there was singing.
Right.
There was singing in the last episode, though, so that is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. What was the singing about?
Who knows? I.
Stay with me. Come on. Come on, stay with me.
It's something from before. I know the words. I know.
I know you know, but you gotta. Pucker nuts. Why does this always have to do with it?
Great.
And
Great, honey.
And just starts to pace. It's like every time we get so close, they have to go to stuff. But the guy's got the veil, and then they put that on it.
And do you need a hug?
Yeah, I don't know what that does. I just want to get the.
Sometimes it helps.
Can we get like a just there?
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I. Instead of babbling, sometimes I get frustrated. I babble. Do we have like a puzzle? Can we make puzzle pieces to put together as we're finding out clues to find out what the fuck we're trying to do?
Gray, as she says this, you're struck by knowledge again.
Oh boy.
Because knowledge.
I say that thing.
Yes.
Gray's head rocks back a little bit, and Gray says, he has lived this and this and this again, but never the same way twice.
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Goddamn Neo.
Well, that's a first.
I knew that.
Wait,
I know that one.
you've seen the movie?
No, wait, The Matrix? Yeah.
Well, I
No,
don't
I
know.
meant what she said. They said.
Nobody
Gray.
ever knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
What am I talking about?
Me.
You're talking about Neo.
No, they're talking about that's me.
But you're Neo.
Explain.
Oh my god, did you see the Matrix?
Okay.
And
No, this isn't about the Matrix. Although we're going to talk about that later because I have theories. But, I mean, yeah, like I'm the Merking now, and I've been the Merking before, and before, and before, and before, and before, and before. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how far back it goes,
Oh god.
but each time it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure what you just said is me.
Neo, yes.
It's unhelpful into what I'm supposed to do or what I've done, but
No.
I'm pretty sure it's about me. No offense. I didn't mean to be critical of your prophecies.
yeah.
Great time to like roll something to figure out if that's what you feel that is actually what that's about.
Tell me what to roll, Biddy.
Also, no, sorry, finish.
Intelligence and kenning or intelligence and Greymare.
Would I know what Bard's tongue is?
I would prefer Greymare.
Okay. You're yes. You give me a second on the Bard's tongue thing. Your difficulty on this is going to be an 8, though.
Ugh, I don't like that. 2 successes.
Okay. It's almost right. There's something wrong about what he said.
Okay.
Jack, when they say this out loud, like in this very certain tone and this very non sequitur kind of statement to what Annunciata was flailing about, it strikes you that you've seen people do this before.
Mhm.
It feels like a memory. It's not underwater, which is weird if you were but like it feels like you've watched people do this before in front of you. And it's not always prophetic. Sometimes it's just fucking awkward. It's one of those things where it's either something that's about to smack you in the face or something that everybody just doesn't want said right now.
Okay. I still react. That doesn't change how I react to it.
Nope.
Does this seem like an illusion to you at times? Yes? No?
Does life seem like an illusion?
No, does your life at this moment seem like an illusion? Like something's trying to deceive you, but keeping you calm and complacent to keep going on a roller coaster that just drives you through, and you're kind of like a passenger?
Oh,
Is that how you feel?
no.
And
That's not how I feel.
I pulled the moon, that's why I thought I'd ask.
Oh.
No, I mean, I don't feel like a passenger in my life. I feel like there's definitely a lot of things happening in my life that I don't 100% know what they are. But, no, I have agency and stuff.
Have you ever read your history?
Have I?
Hmm?
Haven't had the time yet. It's been very busy.
Possibly that would be something that Narissa would normally have done with your current incarnation, but there's a lot of shit that's just really problematic right now.
Yeah, it's been busy.
So no light reading it before bed.
I've been studying magic.
Good, but if you don't know your past, how do you then avoid the pitfalls in the future?
Oh, so you don't learn history, I'll doomed to repeat it.
Thank you.
All are having this argument, that same singing voice that invaded Ciri's battle room invades this one and goes, onward they move, an airy crowd. Through each thin form a moonlight ray shone, while spear and helm and pageant proud appear in liquid undulation. Bright barbed steeds curvetting tread their trackless ways with antic capers, and curtain clouds hang overhead, festooned by rainbow-colored vapors.
Gray picks up the sword and shakes it. Like,
Jack just
listen here, you disembodied fuck!
Jack looks around, like trying to find the source of this voice. Like, that's new.
That's
I mean, a lot of things have been new recently, but that's new.
Yeah. That
I
is
can sing
new.
prophetic shit too, you know.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that one I don't understand.
Wait a minute. Have you heard this before, Gray?
Oh, well, we've heard this voice before. This is a voice that we heard back in series. But
Oh,
like,
you know Ciri?
yeah, we know Ciri.
We call her Miss Apple for short.
I accidentally stole this sword from her.
Oh,
We're friends. It's cool.
I mean, we're friends.
So we're friends?
Friends by association.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, friends by proxy.
yeah. I don't have any reason to not be your friend yet, so sure.
Okay, cool. I feel a lot better and less concerned that he's going to turn us over to Laurel. That has been my concern this whole time.
Oh God, please let's not go into Laurel.
Hey, that's fair. I see why you'd think that.
I still have
Oh,
to,
everything makes so much more sense now. Oh. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been just so confused this whole time.
on what?
I mean, listen, everything.
That's all I can do is listen. So go ahead, please. You have the floor.
Will everybody roll me a wits and alertness, please?
I'd love to.
that. Difficulty is a 5. It's not super difficult.
Nice.
Two.
What's the difficulty?
5.
5.
That's 6.
Sweet.
Got 7.
Cool. There is a sudden shaft of moonlight piercing all the way into the depths. Everybody with 3 or above can also see the crow feathers flying through it. It is not piercing through like the room, but it is like if you look out the window, it's just like, and light.
Does Anne see this, or does she hear something?
You can hear the rustling of the feathers. You've heard the crow feathers before.
Oh shit.
I only got a 2, so I don't see the feathers.
You do not.
You barely see Jack.
I mean, I don't see Jack because I'm not looking in a mirror.
We can change that.
Like I was about to say, it may be time to hit the road, Jack.
I'm looking at the man in the mirror.
So what? So what is happening?
Outside in your very dark sea realm, there is this shaft of moonlight just there.
Yeah, immediately going to investigate that. Immediately.
Gray is behind you.
Do you guys-
But give me the trident first, because Mama Morrigan's here, and I think, well, Little Red can't breathe underwater, so I don't think she's here.
Wait a
Hey.
minute. Do you hear that?
Spectre, have I encountered the Morrigan
Nope.
before?
Well, you have encountered the Morgan, but you have no idea that's who that was. So
No, yeah. I mean, I'm not like Lakoka just said it out loud.
yep.
So I'm remembering that we mentioned the Morrigan when I was last on, and I don't remember exactly what the context of it was.
You've met her. You have no idea that you've met her, though.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, there's just like it's a castle. There's suits of armor with like weapons in them. So like I just grab a trident from one of them and just toss it to Lakoka and be like,
Perfect.
no stabbing.
You'll change her mind once you see what she brings with her.
Wait until, please.
I promised. I will wait. No stabbing
thank
until
you.
say so.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we go and we investigate. The rest of you also, please, no stabbing. Thanks. And then we're there.
The population of the Mer Kingdom is can see this too. So as you go outside, everybody's mildly interested in
Mhm.
this. It does seem to have like it's going to have a finite timeline to it because the top of the shaft is collapsing in on itself, not
Right.
immediately, but it's not an indefinite shaft of light coming from the heavens.
Okay. I go over and I go up. I go into the shaft of light. Is that a thing I can do?
You can attempt to. As you get closer to the shaft of light, the song gets louder and you can hear it. And when a breath of air would stir that drapery of heaven's own wreathing, light wings of prismy gossamer just moved and sparkled to the breathing. Nor wanting was the choral song, swelling in silvery chimes of sweetness, to sound of which the subtile throng advanced in playful grace and fleetness. And as you get there, you hit the light like it's a physical thing that is in the water with you.
Mhm.
And you can't go through it.
Okay.
The thing about that is, you felt this kind of power before, but you felt it on the dreaming side of your realm. So it's like a manifestation of something that's happening over there.
Okay.
Does Anne hear this?
Yep, everybody can hear.
Like that she hears him go blink against the wall.
Yep.
She'll Gray.
Yeah.
Take the sword. Try and see if you can put it in the light.
Hey,
or
don't
get
do
close
that.
to it.
Don't do that.
It's
Please don't do
Arcadia.
that.
I'm not saying we're not going to poke it. We're going to see if it's for science.
Please leave all weapons not near things in my kingdom. Please and thank you. Please so much thank you.
Gray is going to like turn to you and say, "Hey, I know that you really want to take care of your people. And I think that what I have might help. We think it's not really a sword, it's a key."
Plus, it said it was born and forged in Arcadia.
Spectre, is the dreaming something that I can access from where I am?
Well, not necessarily exactly from where you are, but yes, you can fairly easily access the dreaming. You're literally just outside your house.
Yeah. Because from what you're saying, it sounds like this is like if I go into the dreaming, there will be something more to see in this beam of light.
Yes.
I would like to do that before we make any definitive action.
Okay, that's valid.
So,
So going through your access point to the dreaming here guarantees you what you'll find on the other side. Whereas it moving locations as you access the dreaming does not guarantee you what you'll find on the other side.
okay. Okay. I'm going to head over to the Dreaming to see what's going on with this. You can all either come with me or you can wait here.
Oh, I'm gonna follow.
Okay, great. Either way, please all weapons not out.
Okay.
My staff is my eyes.
That's fine. It's fine. There's nothing I can. There's nothing I can do about a stick. Like you could pick up a rock off the ground and that's a weapon now. But like, Anansi Yakata, you are fine and you are dandy and I appreciate you and we're going
So
and we're there.
You take everyone back into the throne room that you entered the Dreaming through the first time.
Yes.
There is it looks like a large well in the front. He jumps through it. Everybody who's going into the Dreaming spend a point of glamour to enter there. You then find yourself in Pure Atlantis's conception of itself, right? So it is a beautiful, abundant mer kingdom now. It has the trappings of a palace. It has the gorgeous, like, flora and fauna around here. The people you see in here are very mer people. They're not sort of mer people now. They're vibrant. There's the hum of like creativity that you associate with the Dreaming in here. However, if you look back out the window again, because there's, the ability to do that, there is a current of darkness rushing at the portal, which is still visible from here.
Oh, I'm immediately going to stop that.
Okay.
I'm getting right in its way.
Okay. Let me think of how I want that to play out. All right, fine. You get in its way. Roll me something here because you have done a thing, and I'm not certain what I want to have happen here. Roll me your charisma, which I know is an odd choice, and your leadership, and your glamour. But your threshold for this is a 10. So.
Yeah, that's fair. Charisma and leadership.
And glamour.
Where's my leadership? Oh god, I'm gonna need some of your dice.
Many dice.
Or I'm gonna need
Dice
to.
away because we're coming up on
The end.
I know. Where is leadership?
It's in it should be under your abilities in the second column.
Abilities, leadership. Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then glamour.
Just
then,
re-roll stuff if you don't have enough dice. It's fine.
Yep.
And I will roll some stuff for the thing that's causing this to happen.
I need to roll. 1. Okay. Total, that was 3 successes.
Wow.
Yeah,
That was not a great roll.
Well, the success was 10 and the dice only goes up that high.
Yes. So, you are not able to stop the current of darkness, but you get a perception of white hair and crow feathers and a bloody maw. And it's almost familiar, like you've seen this face before it's rushing past you. And then there is the baying of the wolf. And a sense of horrors around you, but they pass beyond you and into the portal almost faster than you can even perceive that happening.
I follow it to the portal.
Okay. The portal is what you expect it to be. Currently, it is that empty space that it has been since you first met the black shrouded woman, right?
Are we past the minimum safe distance?
Yes.
Okay, I turn to everyone, hey, it's gonna get weird. And then just go.
All right. Everybody roll their glamour for me. Sorry.
Do you want to just use mine?
No, it's okay.
Sorry. Just
If we
one.
have spent a point of glamour, then we roll one less than our pips, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 4 on my end.
Okay.
8.
What's the base?
Just a normal roll is a 6.
Okay, 3.
All of you are able to resist the taint of this, and you all retain your sanity in this
Cool.
space. It feels real weird though, because it feels like going into a balefire. You feel like you should be able to like drink your fill of glamour here.
Why is there banality or bad vibes here?
I told you it was gonna get weird. It's a weird portal.
Clearly. What does it look like? I can't see it.
Gray, from your back with the sword, you hear the song you heard in your dream.
Okay.
You even can hear the words of it now. It's very loud here.
Okay. Should I sing it?
Sure.
Or do you want a specific part of it?
Go ahead and start singing it.
Okay. Excuse me while I get the microphone close. Many's the day I took for granted, breathing the air that silent some as the north wind blew, with its head of thunder beating its breast with a war-drenched song, bathe a while awash in slumber, cry what's left to sleep. When you dream of the love you left forever, pity no more, nor grieve. For we're the kings of it all, the day we were born, now we're the kings of the Kilburn High. Sure, we'll always take a drop, will never leave us up. Your empty glass is but a tear-filled eye. We were the kings of the Kilburn High. Listen to the sound of dead men dying, march as they flee, but exiled bound. Their ship once sailed, no longer anchors, for gone is the green of their hallowed ground. Toast to tears of time's past glories, this ageless clock chime stalls, where to kiss the lips of love forgotten, to fly where no others have soared. For we're the kings of it all, from the day we were born, now we're the kings of the Kilburn High. Sure, we'll always take a drop, will never leave us up. Your empty glass is but a tear-filled eye. We were the kings of the Kilburn High. We were the kings of the Kilburn. Mary, this London's a wonderful sight. I cut a
Gray,
bunch of things.
Gray, do you start singing this in your head as you hear it behind you, or do you just let the sword do that in your head?
Wait, I'm confused what you're asking me.
Do
I sing it out loud? Is that the question? Yes.
Okay. So the rest of you hear Gray start singing the song. And Gray, you know this is a memory now. You know this is a thing that is tied intrinsically to who you were in Arcadia.
Okay.
Okay. And if you pull the sword, it glows for a second and it cuts a slit in this portal.
Okay. I will pull the sword.
Okay. The portal itself does not open the way it should, because despite the fact its roundness and its glowingness, the same way it has that moon-like feel to stare at it from afar, it's like you've cut a portion of the curtain here, and you can only access one part of it, but you could go through at that slit.
Is this something that we can all see?
Yes.
Because I'm heading directly for
Yeah.
it.
Great. Gray was gonna go.
Okay. And all of you, Lakoko, do you go as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you all find yourself on the opposite end of this portal. This is not the place you have seen before, Jack. This is
It's not the tree with the
not
things.
the tree and the coffins. It is a completely different place. And in this place, it is a graveyard. And we are going to leave it there for tonight.
Spooky.
Boop.
All the spoop.
You okay?
I'm just.
You look so sad.
I wanted to keep going, but I have to sleep.
I know. I'm sorry. I was trying to get this through. Anyways, thank you everyone for joining us. We had a great time. We're going to let everybody do their introductions on the way out, and we will see you next week. So, MJ.
Outroductions.
Yes.
I'm MG Bradley Lestrange. I am a podcaster and a writer. You can catch me on certainpov.com, where I host Reignite, the Rob Thomas No Not That One Robcast, The Circle of Friendship, and also my darling husband and I had a limited run seasonal podcast called Certain Point of View, where we talked about Christmas movies.
Woo, John.
I'm John Bradley Lestrange. You can find me on the That's Not Canon podcast network. I always forget to say that. I'm a part of a podcast network.
You're part of two.
Technically, yes. I'm also part of the Certain Point of View podcast network. You can also find me on TikTok as the History Wizard. Come hang out.
Hank Green, answer his question. We're going to keep
Come on,
saying
Hank.
Velvet.
Hashtag for science.
I've been Velvet. Thank you all so much for joining us. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar.
Awesome. And Junie.
I am Junie Von Esch. How are you guys all doing? You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, anywhere on the internet. It's where I live. It's where I'm presiding right now. You can find me on Twitch and my own channel, Junie Von Esch, where I make baby Kevins because, yes, it's what I'm doing for a living at the moment. And you also see me as a storyteller at RPG Table, where you always have a table. You have a place at the table there.
And our regular members of our cast, Rhea and Michelle, will be joining us again soon. Go give them love. You can find Rhea at an Explosive Donut online and Michelle at Michelle C. Light. And as she always tells us, the C stands for Crystal. Yes, that is her real name. And you can follow all of her projects. I, of course, am Spectre. You can find me online on most places as Spectre Alafet. You can follow this show at Arc of the Dragon on Twitter or follow us on YouTube. Please give us a subscribe. Catch up with season 1. Catch up with the episodes that have gone by. And I always forget to say this, but you can subscribe to us here on Twitch. We finally made affiliates, so you can, give us monies and tell us you love us. We split with the cast. And, long term, I would really like to pay for, the Zoom subscription and the Photoshop subscription. That'd be nice. So if we could get there one day, that'd be great. Also, you can join our Discord. I will be doing one shot a month from there, so please join us over there. The next one will be Scion for Valentine's Day, and there is a bow that's strung with bees, and again, I'm just going to sit here and flail about it until that one shot comes. So, again, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.